This is Kathleen Bush, and I am here to talk about parenting kids with autism spectrum disorder. The first thing we want to talk about is how our kids are individuals, and that these lessons are to help you identify areas in which you can improve on your parenting, but not necessarily to diagnose your child. In order to get a diagnosis, you do need to go seek professional help and understand it better through reading and education with professionals. This video series is simply to help you self-identify habits that you might have in your own parenting style that might be stymieing your ability to raise your child into a healthy adult with autism. So the first thing I want you to do is start tracking your day-to-day behaviors and your child's day-to-day responses to your behaviors. So some things to look at. Do you use a sense of humor in your parenting? And is it a sense of humor that is welcomed by your child? Does your child respond well to your jokes, or does your child respond by becoming stuck? One thing to look for in sense of humor is sarcasm. And sarcasm can be used in several different ways. It can be used to cut down other people. It can be used to cut ourselves down because we have self-esteem issues, or humility that is just very great, and maybe it's a very healthy way of being sarcastic, and then we could just be sarcastic about life in general. But the problem with sarcasm is that the underlying truth of it is that the sarcasm or the sarcastic statement is a lie. So it tricks our kids. They don't really understand what we're trying to say. So if we're saying, good job, and they really didn't do a very good job, then that's confusing to a child that's literal. A child that has autism spectrum disorder might be very literal in how they interpret things, statements, things that you say. So sarcasm is an area of struggle for our kiddos. It is an important area to learn as a child with Asperger's or autism spectrum disorder. They do want to learn that because it will help them function as adults in society. But they need to be at an intellectual level in which they can discern between sarcasm and seriousness, and what is a truth, what is a lie, what is a cut, what is an insult, and what is just a joke that is not meant to, inspire them to go do something. Like, the other day we were at the store and I saw a furry suit, and I'm like, oh, look, fun for adults. And of course my child with Asperger's ran over there and decided that she wanted to buy it. But, I wasn't saying that because I was serious. I was actually very disgusted by the size extra large furry suit for, I can't remember what it was. Some Winnie the Pooh or something like that. And it's not time for Halloween. So I'm not really sure what these costumes are for, but in her mind, fun, let's go buy it. Which is very childlike, and that's very much where my adult child is sometimes, in joy of life. But we were there to learn about spending our money, so that was my sarcastic comment. It was like, oh my gosh, people are spending money on this. So I really undermined my mission in that moment, and I had to backtrack and go, no, I was kidding. I don't think this is a good, place to spend our money. But that could have turned into a huge tantrum if, maybe we had been doing that a few years ago. So my child has a lot more skills now. We've worked very hard on that. But think about that, and start tracking your daily comments and see if they confuse your child and possibly result in tantrums. We want to make sure that we're aware of what our children's capabilities are, and also be aware that they need to learn these skills so that when they're adults they can start picking up on these social cues. So I'll have another lesson about that, but for today, just start tracking what you're saying to your kids. Thank you.